Let me know what you think. Did he do the right thing? And if you enjoy Reddit stories like this, don't forget to subscribe for more. I wasn't supposed to know. That's the part that still messes with my head. I'm 17 now, but this started when I was 16. It was a random Tuesday after school. My mom thought I was staying late for basketball practice, but practice got canceled. I decided to walk home instead of texting for a ride because it was actually a nice day. Halfway home, I cut through this small shopping plaza near our neighborhood. It's the kind of place with a coffee shop, a nail salon, and a cheap pizza spot. And that's where everything changed. I saw my dad's car in the parking lot. That alone wasn't weird. His office wasn't super far away, but when I walked past the coffee shop window, I looked inside, and I saw him. Except he wasn't alone. He was sitting across from a woman I'd never seen before. They were leaning in close, laughing like teenagers. Then she reached across the table and touched his hand. My brain didn't even process it at first. I remember thinking, maybe she's a coworker. Then he leaned over and kissed her, right there in the middle of the coffee shop. My stomach dropped so hard I felt dizzy. And the worst part? Right after that, he looked up and saw me through the window. The second our eyes met, his face went completely white. He shot up from his chair so fast he almost knocked the table over. The woman looked confused, but he didn't even explain anything to her. He rushed outside. Hey, buddy, he said, trying to act normal. I just stared at him. What are you doing here? He asked. I couldn't believe he said that. What are you doing here? I snapped. He glanced back through the window where the woman was watching. It's not what you think, he said quickly. I laughed. Not because it was funny, because I honestly didn't know what else to do. You just kissed her. He rubbed his face and lowered his voice. Listen, we need to talk, but not here. That was the moment everything between us changed. We sat in his car for like 10 minutes in complete silence. Finally, he said, "You can't tell your mother." That was the first thing he said. Not, "I'm sorry." Not, "This was a mistake." Just that. I felt something inside me snap. "You're cheating on Mom," I said. "It's complicated," he muttered. "No, it's not." He kept trying to explain, saying things like, "Your mom and I have been struggling," and "You wouldn't understand adult relationships." I remember looking straight at him and saying, "You're disgusting." He closed his eyes like that physically hurt him. "Please," he said quietly, "don't tell her." That became our secret, one I never asked for. After that day, being in the same house with him felt unbearable. At dinner, my mom would talk about her day like everything was normal. Meanwhile, I'd be staring at my dad thinking, "You're a liar." Sometimes he'd try to act like nothing happened. "Hey, want to watch the game tonight?" he'd ask. I'd just walk away. Other times we'd argue quietly in the kitchen when my mom wasn't around. "You promised you wouldn't say anything," he'd whisper. "I never promised anything," I'd shoot back. The tension was so bad that I started staying at friends' houses whenever I could. My mom noticed. "You two seem weird lately," she said one night. Neither of us answered, and the guilt of lying to her ate me alive. That was the worst part. My mom trusted him completely. She'd pack his lunch every morning and kiss him goodbye like they were still some perfect couple. Sometimes I'd watch them and feel physically sick. One night she asked me, "Did you and your dad fight about something?" I almost told her right there, but the words wouldn't come out, because I knew once I said it, our family would explode, and I wasn't ready to be the person who caused that. A few weeks later, my dad cornered me in the garage. "I ended it," he said. "With her?" "Yes." He looked exhausted. "It was a mistake. I swear it's over." I didn't believe him, but part of me wanted to. "If you tell your mom," he said quietly, "it will destroy her." I hated that he used that argument, because he was right. Eventually I just said, "Fine, but if you ever do it again, I'm telling her." He nodded immediately. "Fair." For a while, things actually got calmer. Months passed, then almost a year. Life slowly started feeling normal again. My dad acted like a normal dad. My parents laughed together again. I almost convinced myself it had just been some horrible mistake. I tried to forgive him, not because he deserved it, but because I wanted peace in our house again. Then, one afternoon, my friend Jake said something that froze my blood. "Hey dude, I think I saw your dad yesterday." "Where?" "Across town, near Riverside Mall." That was weird already, but then he added, "He was with some woman." My stomach dropped. "What woman?" Jake shrugged. "Blonde. They looked kinda close." The second he said that, I knew. My dad never stopped. He just got better at hiding it. This time, I didn't confront him. I started watching. I checked his location on the family iPad when he forgot to turn it off. I noticed weird late-night trips across town. I followed him once on my bike and saw him walk into an apartment building with a woman. I took photos. Later, I secretly recorded a phone call where he said, "I'll come over after my wife falls asleep." I even checked bank statements when he left his laptop open. Hotel charges, fancy dinners, jewelry purchases my mom never received. Every piece of proof made me angrier. But I wasn't just angry anymore. I was patient, because I wanted the truth to be undeniable. I didn't show my mom the evidence right away. First, I waited. I kept collecting things for almost 2 more months until there was no way my dad could explain it away. Then, one Saturday morning, my mom asked me something simple. "Why do you and your dad hate each other lately?" I just couldn't lie anymore. I told her we needed to talk, just the two of us. We sat at the kitchen table, and I started showing her everything slowly. The photos, the recordings, the bank statements. At first she kept saying, "There must be some explanation." Then the recordings started playing, and I watched her face change. Not dramatic, not screaming, just quiet heartbreak. She sat there for a long time staring at the table. Finally, she said something I'll never forget. "How long have you known?" I told her the truth. "Since last year." She looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, "You carried this alone?" That was the moment I broke down. For the first time since all of this started. That night, she didn't confront my dad immediately. Instead, she spent weeks talking to a lawyer and organizing everything. When my dad finally realized what was happening, it wasn't some big screaming scene like in movies. It was worse. My mom just calmly placed the documents on the table and said, "I know everything. I've never seen someone look so completely defeated." The divorce took months, but the evidence made the outcome pretty clear. My mom kept the house, she kept the car, and most of the money he had secretly been spending got traced and brought into the case. Now it's just the two of us living here. Sometimes we talk late at night about everything that happened. Our relationship actually got stronger because of it. As for my dad, we still talk sometimes, but things will never be the same. I didn't destroy my family. He did. I just made sure the truth didn't stay hidden forever. Let me know what you think. Did he do the right thing? And if you enjoy Reddit stories like this, don't forget to subscribe for more.